Kevin Chen. He'll be graduating from Fremont this summer and will be attending UC Berkley this fall to study physics.
I go to Fremont High School. I'm graduating this year, and that's a picture of me and my mother. We went to go see a play. And so, yeah, my GPA is 4, and I'm valedictorian at Fremont High School. So some clubs that I'm in BASIC, National Honor Society, and I also tutor students through Students for Success, in the California Scholarship Federation, CSO. And then my main activities that I did throughout high school were marching band, winter guard, and also through my church, I was in the worship team. So some topics that I'm going to cover today include my experience going to a seemingly less academically competitive high school. I know a lot of these kids down here went to really great high schools like Lynbrook High School, Harker, and so they, and a lot of parents I know worry about high school, which high school their kids should go to, even if their kid is only like in elementary school. So I'll give you a little bit of insight on that. I'm also going to talk about time management, and that a little bit has been covered down here already, and my experience doing winter guard and marching band. So, some myths and reality about high school, if it's a seemingly lower high school. So I went to Fremont High School, and it has a lower API score of 741. Basically, if you don't know what an API score is, it's like a simple indicator showing you how competitive academically the school is, used from the STAR testing, I'm pretty sure. And so, like a high API score is like in the 900s. I think Lynbrook and Monte Vista have 900s, and Fremont High School is only 741. So the first myth is that students that go to these lower schools don't get into top universities. That is simply not true. I went to Fremont High School. I'm going to UC Berkley. I know friends that at my school that have gone to University of Pennsylvania, Dartmouth, Cornell, U Chicago, and also 2 people that I'm not very friends with, but I know them. They both got to Oxford University, which is pretty impressive. Another myth is that opportunities are hard to come by. This is not true at all. We have Cosmos, it's advertised throughout high school. Our Career Center posts a bunch of scholarships and research opportunities and math competitions on our school loop page. So you just check that, and if the students just check that, they would see what opportunities are out there for them. And lastly, a lot of parents might be worried that their child will not do well if they're not in a competitive environment, which is not true. That is the student's choice. I think you can't blame the school for your child not challenging themselves. It's really depends on the child, and if they want to really push themselves to get those A's, to take really difficult classes and challenging classes, then that's up to them, that's not up to the school. Next, time management. So, I did marching band and winter guard all 4 years, and what that takes out of my time is 24 hours a week. I would spend 3 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays practicing, and also on Saturday, the competition days would last about like 16 hours sometimes. We would wake up at 9 o'clock and then go home at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty fun. But from August to May, I would not sleep in on Saturday because of those competition days. And so that took a lot of time out of my homework time and at home time. And what I did personally was that I prioritized and I did my homework on Friday, and the days that the homework assignments were assigned. That's the easiest thing to do. I kid you not, your high school experience will be so easy if you don't procrastinate. It's really easy to say, and it's really hard to do, but if you do it, your high school experience will be much better and just a lot easier. Secondly, take classes that you'll enjoy. I think Peter touched on this a little bit, but one example for me is I took AP English this year, which is one of our more difficult AP classes. And one of the things we have to do is we have to read a book every month. And then at the end of the month, we have to write a log on it, which is like write the summary of a book, analyze the themes and quotes from the book. And so I know what a lot of students would do. They would buy the book in the beginning of the month, and then by the end of the month, like the last week, they'd cram read their 300-page book in 3 days, and that made life really stressful for them. But if you spread out your time, and if you take classes that you enjoy. For instance, I enjoyed AP English, so I enjoyed reading these books, and I read the books like 30 pages a day, and then it would be really easy. I would sometimes even finish the book early, and so I managed my time very well. So take classes that you like. And, oh, okay, so this is the fun one, marching band and winter guard. So, back in my freshman year during the fall season, in marching band, I think, let's see, what is it? We had about 14 girls and one guy on the winter guard, and the one guy was gay. And so, my sophomore year, I decided to join winter guard. I was like, what the heck? And so I got some of my, 2 of my male friends to join, and we joined winter guard. And so as you see here, there are 11 other girls and just 3 guys, including me, that joined winter guard. And if you don't know what winter guard is, it's competitive art and sport, where you go on the gym floor and you spin rifles, flags. It's derived from the military, and you also integrate jazz and ballet dance, so I did a little bit of that. Then doing also marching band. Marching band taught me to be a leader. I was a trombone section leader for 2 years, and my senior year I was a brass section leader. And it taught me to be an example to my peers. Taught me to be an example to my peers on and off the field. So even during school, I was still a section leader to my section and to other marching band members. And what Peter said, even if you don't get leadership opportunities, you should still strive to push for them. So my junior year and sophomore year, I tried out for drum major, which is like the head position, and the guy that conducts and waves his arms around on the podium. I tried out twice and I didn't get them because I simply was not fit for the job, and I knew that after my second time of trying out. But then after I tried out, I talked to the band director and I told him, since I got another job, which was brass section leader instead of drum major, I told him this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a leader. And so I made it happen. So even though I didn't get drum major, I still made the brass section this year. Very strong marchers, strong horn line, and it turned out to be one of my best marching bands.